guys, long time no see, but I'm excited to be vlogging today because we have just finished up with, well, we didn't finish up. Some painters just finished up with painting pretty much our entire house. So we had them do the entire first floor, thank you Gus, and the upstairs hallways and then the stairwell. And it's been something that John and I were considering over the past year. We really wanted to have a nice fresh coat of paint on the walls because they were still pretty much, to our understanding, it was what the builders had painted when the house was first built several years ago. So we were excited to get a fresh coat of paint on. I'm trying to get everything cleaned up today with all the help in the world right here. John is currently working downstairs since the day that I'm filming this is Friday. So it's still work day for him, but I'm on spring break. So let's start to reset this house, and Gus is lovingly going to help. Thank you. Here's what our family room looks like with the paint on the walls, and you can kind of see the nice crisp white ceiling and trim that they did as well. So this paint is Revere Pewter and it's lightened at 50%. So on Pinterest, I had seen just like a little graphic that I'll put up here on the screen somewhere. I'd seen a graphic of how you can lighten your paint. And it's not something I had tried before, but we really liked Revere Pewter, but it was just too dark for our house at full strength. So 50% ended up being kind of the right combination for us. So here's our stairwell, and obviously the lighting changes how the paint looks. It's very yellow in that space, but then you can see where the natural light is hitting here, and then on this wall, you get more of the true color. And that's just how it goes, and I'm sure on camera it's not gonna come up quite as, you know, perfect as it does in person. But this wall right here in our entryway caused some issues because when we were removing some screws that we no longer wanted, we wanted them to, you know, patch those up and paint over it. We found that there were 3 screws in this wall, which one of them we were using, but the first one we took out, John said, it's wet. And so we discovered that some of the previous owners must have screwed through the drainage pipe that goes straight up this wall into a bathroom. Thankfully it wasn't a supply line. I think they would have recognized that they hit a supply line. But luckily our painters had some experience in plumbing. They were able to patch it up so that we didn't have to remove that wall, which would have been a whole nother project that we didn't want to do, right bud? Yeah. So over here is our sunroom. It's technically, I guess, in the floor plan of the house, it's technically, I guess, the formal living room, but it's very sunny and cozy, and I don't like it to be too formal. And again, the shadows and the light is hitting it in different places. Of course, all of our curtains and curtain rods need to go back up because we took those off to make it easier on the painters. But I really like how this bright white hutch is against the paint. I think that you can really kind of see its true color in this image here. And then the kitchen, as Gus leads us in there and wants to get his new toys from Costco. He doesn't want the new air fryer? You don't want that? Never mind. But you can't really see the paint a ton, of course, because the cabinetry and the backsplash in the kitchen takes up all of that wall space, but you can see it a little bit. And then there's my tripod for later today. This is kind of our little mud area where we have some hooks and a little sign that says Home Sweet Home. So that is kind of the big tour of the newly painted house. And so everything obviously had to get taken off the shelves, the walls, pretty much everywhere. So my office was the holding area for all of those items, and it is a hot mess right now. So I'm going to start to get, plants, candles, The clock, which we cannot put back up because that was hanging on one of those screws on this wall right here that we had to remove because of the pipe and yada yada. So the clock's not going back up. This standing clock can go back, but there's a lot to be done. So let's redecorate the house and see how it goes. This mantle is driving me a little bonkers. I love these three, I'm like not pointing very well, these three pieces here. I had them before we painted and they were always up there, but obviously there's a big gap and I don't like them smushed together, so I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with those. Let me flip you around so you can see the little display clock. So this is called a Mora clock, M-O-R-A. It's a type of antique clock. This one though is not antique. It was from decorsteals.com. Fun little website to find some cute little like home good things. But obviously I need to put new batteries in it. Well, you may not know that, but I know that because it's technically 1:30 right now. So on this cute little shelf, I've got a picture of Gus, a real succulent there, another cute little plant that my mother-in-law just gave me for Easter in a little bunny, I don't know if it's a jar, I would say probably a little planter. I've got some antique books from my grandmother's house, as well as a little, so cute little Kellogg's bowl. I just kind of liked the addition of, what am I trying to say? The addition of the metal, there we go. And then a little antique crock, along with our bright green and tall snake plant. And then I worked on our media console, which I put most of the things back here, but I added in a few more because this space was lacking and I changed up the way I did it and I really like it. So before I had all of the white pictures up on the top row, and I like how I added the stack of books to kind of give it some height, a little pop of green to kind of break up the, you know, monotonous white picture vibe. I tucked that picture next to this picture, depending on how you say it, it might sound the same. This little picture frame of Gus where he's sleeping. That was when we did allow him on the couch. And we have the cute pictures to remind us of that. And then some collection of antique bottles, a little frame on another stack of books. And I just bought these two baskets. You can see the tag is still on that one. I should cut it off before I close these doors. I got those from Target. They're the Bright Room line of organizational bins. So really like how this looks. And then when I close it up so you guys can see it. You can still see everything really nicely. And again, that green definitely pulled it all together. So these baskets, I don't know what we're gonna put in them yet. Probably just hide some remotes or other chargers and things like that that normally would lay out and about in this space. So I took a little lunch break, changed over some laundry, gave Gus a treat, which he's finding the crumbs for now. But I realized that as I was getting my paper plate, you guys have not seen our new pantry. So let's check it out. So this is our brand new pantry. We've actually had it done, pretty much done for a few months now, but beforehand we just had the builder grade wire shelves, both on this side and on the back wall. And we had talked about wanting to redo the pantry, like as that, you know, that kind of being our first big DIY project in the house. And what prompted it was somebody was giving away 2 wall cabinets. So this kind of kitchen wall cabinet here, and they were redoing their kitchen, so they put them out for free. And what we did was we ended up sawing off this middle piece, which you can do, And then, go back to the pantry over there. Then we sanded that down, painted it. So this is one cabinet here, another one there, just kind of put together. John built a base. He worked on, you know, a lot of the cabinetry part. Got the butcher block stained and cut down. I worked on the faux brick in the back, which this has yellowed in this section, like this first section down here. So I'm gonna put another coat of white paint on that and sand it up a little bit. You can really tell over there with how the outlet plate looks over it. But, you know, learning all kinds of things with our first DIY. The shelving system, like the brackets, these are all from Container Store. It's their Alpha shelving system. And then we just put our own piece of wood that we painted on here. And we did the same thing in the back. John did all of the measuring and cutting for all of that. And then this cabinet back here, we did purchase and paint from Lowe's. Obviously we have to add some hardware to that. We're gonna close off this tiny little gap in that corner there. But we've got a nice little coffee station back there, some hot chocolate too. Got some cute baskets that I just got from the Target Dollar Spot this spring. And I keep like potatoes and onions, sometimes tomatoes up in there. And it's nice because this fabric is really light and breathable, but it also keeps like all the papers from the onions from getting everywhere. Of course, I've got some flour and sugar and some more containers everywhere. These bins were Container Store, and I like how they're slightly like not tinted, but they're foggy. They're not totally see-through, but you can still see in it. Obviously, this pile needs to be taken care of a little bit better, but this is real life. But this is our pantry. We're really proud of it. Our neighbor is super nice though, and he comes over and helps us with these types of projects. So he did teach John some things and help him with getting this into the wall because it was like the wall wasn't perfect. And he also took some time to do the electrical. So grateful for great neighbors and for a beautiful new pantry, which we love. All right, back from returns and some purchases. So let me show you what I got. I guess I can show you a few other things though that I purchased prior to painting. So I did get this at Home Goods. It's like this little gallery wall set, and it's nice because it comes with a little printed template so that you can easily kind of lay this. It comes with the 4-in-1 pack, so you can lay this out on your wall if you don't want to measure it further than, you know, how they have it spaced. So that's nice, and I think that's kind of what the template will look like. So I got that. I got 2 packs of those in like this soft gold. I got this little set of glass containers that's already in the pantry, but there's one little one right there next to the Joanna Gaines cookbook. You saw the air fryer earlier, and John got that at Costco. We're gonna give that a try because our old one was recalled and we sent it back. More Costco toys. Gus already has the Pelican out. We're gonna hold on to these two for a little bit. And then I got this nice mirror at Home Goods as well in the same shopping trip as the frames. I really like it. It's got like this distressed metal situation going on. I think that's gonna go in our little entryway area, mud area for us to us to hang up another day. But at Marshall's, I found a couple of dresses. This one is all messed up here, but it's got like a pretty little V-neck with some ruffles. It is the brand Max Studio. I can find it there. Come on, there it is. Max Studio. So I really like a lot of the Max Studio things. More on the simple side. Sometimes their patterns are a little bit too much, but I thought this was nice for springtime, and it had a liner that goes all the way down to the midi length. And I really don't like when the liner's cut off at like the knee or the thigh, because you can totally see that through sheer dresses like that. And then this, I didn't try either of these on, so I hope they work. I mean, of course I can return them, but this is actually a jumper. It's like a navy blue jumper that I thought would be fun for summertime. So there are the pant legs. And it's got like a stretchy elastic waist in the back. And then the cute little V-neck with the, I think these are probably faux buttons. Oh no, actually they're real. All right, so little short sleeve jumper, good for summertime. We're gonna see how those work out if they don't fall off the counter first. And then I'm gonna try some of these skinny syrups. I've heard a lot about them, and my friends like them, so I'm gonna try the salted caramel and this vanilla caramel cream flavor. I really only like caramel and vanilla in my coffee. I'm very new to coffee, just started drinking it last summer, only cold brew. So yeah, we're gonna give those a try. Hopefully they don't taste too funny. And in addition to drinking coffee, I am trying my darndest to drink more water. And I am not willing to invest in a Stanley cup quite yet because I'm just not a water drinker, but I thought maybe a new cup would inspire me to do so. And I really like this pale blue one. It's a faux Stanley situation at $16.99. Can't beat it. Yeah, we'll regroup on the water. You guys can check in with me and see how I'm doing. Good morning, guys. It is Saturday, April 8th, and it is our 6th wedding anniversary today. So we're excited. It's a beautiful day outside. It's still pretty chilly, so I got another sweatshirt on. But John is outside. He's gonna mow the lawn and do some gardening things this morning while I work on more redecorating, putting things back, not putting things back, and all the fun stuff. So that's what's going on this morning. We started our day with canned cinnamon rolls, which was actually the first breakfast we had after we were married, because that's what was in our limited fridge in our new condo. So we had canned cinnamon rolls today. We're going out to dinner later tonight and probably gonna say hello to our neighbors later on today and work on some fun summer plans, which I'm crossing my fingers. I hope they work out. So we'll update you if those do. But here's the project, a small project, I'm currently working on right now. So I got this really pretty jute rug from Home Goods earlier in the week, and I'm gonna put it on the floor in our pantry. But the problem with jute rugs is that they're very slippery, so you need to put some kind of a gripper pad underneath, and because this isn't like a rectangular shape, I'm sure I could cut one down, but I found this tape at Walmart on my first trip to Walmart this week, and you can just cut it down to size. So it comes on a roll like this. Of course, the yellow part comes off to reveal the tacky side that sticks to your rug, and then the other side of it is still grippy. So this is what'll grip to the floor and keep it from sliding around, because I did put it on the ground and John walked over it and we both were like, whoo, that needs some tape on the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the pantry and I'll show you how it looks. I think this turned out really nicely. I like how the rug has that white, couple of white stripes in it, because it pulls in all the white that we did in the pantry. The jute pulls in the natural grass baskets that we have going on over here. So I think it made it a little bit more homey, more fun. I mean, pantry doesn't have to be a super cozy area, but you know, we took all this time to work on and build and design this, so it's fun to add some cute little elements to it. And that rug pad, or that tape, really did a nice job with holding this rug in place. And like you can see, you know, you can just pull it up, kind of push it down a little bit, and then it is not gonna slip. So I'm sure we're gonna have to replace it at some point as it gets, you know, dusty and dirty and things like that. We'll rip it off and put some new tape down, but that should do the job for now. Right, Gus? I'm not sure if I mentioned this yesterday, but last night we went to the movies to see the Super Mario Brothers movie with my family. It was very fun. Lots of kids are gonna be talking about that after spring break for sure, because it was very cute, lots of laughter. But I brought my belt bag with me to the theater, and I don't carry my belt bag very often. I usually carry my small little purse, which does the job. But this was really nice because I wore it across my body throughout the whole movie. And you know, with your purse, you either have to hold it in your lap or wedge it in the seat next to you, or put it on the floor, but putting it on the floor is kind of gross. So belt bag was great. I'll link this one down below. It's from Amazon. Pretty much a dupe for the Lululemon one. Has a little pocket on the inside for my phone, has a pocket on the back, and then it held my wallet, claw clip, some sanitizer, chapstick, and that was perfect for the theater. So never gonna go to the movies without this again. It's really good. Okay, I'm back in the office now, ready to take on restyling another space. So I think that I have chosen the sunroom to work on, which is an area that I did feel like it was a little too cluttered. And right now, so you can see if I back up a little bit, you can see it's pretty open. There's my tripod, because in just a second, I wanted to show you how to set up or style like this little side table I have over here. Because right now it's really pretty. It's a scrubbed pine side table, but there's not much going on with it. So I'm gonna show you like my design thinking process, and I'm just gonna mix and match some things together, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm starting off with this lamp that I actually got from Walmart. It is from the My Texas House line, which you can often find online. It's not really in my stores, but I totally think it looks like a Pottery Barn dupe. Now I'm adding in a little plant here. I think green is a great idea to add to your space if it's just looking a little dull, especially this corner of the sunroom. There's a lot of neutrals going on, so the green definitely added that little pop that I needed. I've also felt like the plant was a little low compared to how tall that lamp was, so I kind of wanted to connect it with something. So I leaned these coffee table books up against it, and I liked how that looked, but I thought that it would look even better just by taking those books, laying them down on the table, and having the plant sit up on top of that. I think it looked really nice, especially with the ivy kind of cascading over the table a little bit. And that is all that I added to this space to kind of give it some life. And as you can see, I really just used some items that I had around the house already. I will be honest and say that I did go out and purchase the lamp. I have been looking for something for this corner, so that item was new, but these items right here I already had. So definitely take a look around your house and shop your stash a little bit. And don't forget to water your plants. That's why I have this spoon in here that says water me, because this poor ivy gets neglected quite a bit, but maybe in this new little corner, it won't. I love how this cozy space turned out. I think it looks a lot more intentional in the room, like you actually notice it when you walk in. I love the addition of the lamp because we don't have any ceiling lighting in here. So the lamp is gonna cozy it up at nighttime. We are gonna get some curtains, and we're gonna put the curtain rods back up that we originally had, but curtains will come at a later time, so we'll soften things up. But I also decided that I'm not sure I'm gonna keep this guy in the corner, because every corner in this room would be filled then, and that feels a little tight to me. So I'm gonna come up with a new plan for the cart. I did start to sneak into the dining room with the hutch, and that was a bad idea. I need to stick to my original plan of styling one space or one small area or table or whatever it is a day. So I am going to ignore all of that because I don't like how it's turning out. I'll come back to it another day. So the last thing I'm styling today is going to be myself, because we're going out for our anniversary dinner in about an hour, and I need to change, curl my hair, and add a little bit more makeup for a fun evening. I didn't get to check in before we headed out the door because we were kind of in a rush and wanted to make it on time, but this was my style for the evening. I'm wearing like a pretty little floral blouse. It's got like some scrunchy sleeves here on the end, but it's still like very flowy and drapey. It's got some purple in it, so did a little smoky eye, put on some false lashes for fun. And we went out to dinner to a restaurant called Davio's, which is an Italian steakhouse. Really, really good food, great service. It's got like pasta, homemade fresh pasta, but also the steak. So we had a little bit of both and got some dessert, and it was a really nice night. So just wanted to show you this style before it transforms into comfy style. Although it's still technically Easter Sunday, it is actually 7 o'clock at night, and we had a nice, relaxing, low-key day. Just woke up, took our time. I made some brown sugar glazed carrots, a super simple recipe that I will link below, and I brought those over to my parents' house. We had a nice family lunch, again, very low-key, played some games, hung out, relaxed, and then we stopped at the grocery store on the way home for a couple of items because school starts back up tomorrow. So I am just gonna spend the rest of the evening doing some laundry, getting my backpack together, getting my lunchbox together, and getting to bed early so that tomorrow's wake-up call at 5:45 in the morning is not quite as brutal, but it probably will be. So I hope you guys enjoyed following along with my little weekend vlog or weekly vlog. When did I even start this? Not sure, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys again soon. And if you were celebrating Easter, I hope it was a great one. Thanks for watching.